Hey guys, this is Big Mike. I am here with Trisha Calvarese. We will be doing this interview today, so let's go ahead and jump in. I think I've done enough intro videos for this one. So Trisha, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us what district you're running for, what that includes, and why you're involved.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on. So I'm Trisha Calvarese. I'm running for Congress in Colorado for we're getting rid of Lauren Boebert. Now, I ran against her last year. We had really strong headwinds, but we shifted our district in the right direction. It's a massive district. Colorado 4 is 21 counties. It touches 5 states, and I am a hometown girl through and through. My dad was city attorney of Sterling back in the day. That's on the Eastern Plains. I went to our amazing public schools. Go Falcons, Highlands Ranch High. And I earned a full academic scholarship to the Johns Hopkins University. But I am made by the labor movement through and through, unions for life. Thank you very much. I worked at the AFL-CIO. I was also in government at the U.S. National Science Foundation. I was in a union, thank goodness. And my union, AFGE, is how I was able to come home and provide end-of-life care for my parents when they both had cancer at the same time. They passed 13 days apart. Our systems are so messed up. So I'm stepping up to run to fix them. There's a lot to fix, actually. So, we need young people. We need pro-worker people. We need people who are going to be champions of the middle class stepping up. So that's what I'm doing in my hometown.
Gotcha. Okay, I too am in a union. Shout out Local 720 for LiUNA.
Yeah, solidarity.
Solidarity
right.
indeed.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit. One of the main reasons I'm really interested in your campaign is obviously your involvement in the labor movement.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that and how that affected your politics.
Yeah, absolutely. So most people don't know, what is a union? Once you hear and learn about it, it is the greatest power we have as people who work for a living. It is what built the middle class. And I got to work at the AFL-CIO during COVID. So we saw what it meant for nurses to be in a union, to be able to step up and to get PPE, to get protection on the job. We saw what those COVID's protections did for the people who stock our shelves, for all the hardworking people on the front lines, and how disrespected they had been, and how out of touch our labor laws are. It's so hard to organize and to join unions. That's not what the spirit of the law was intended to be. In fact, people should be in unions. That's how the original labor law was written, and we got to get back to it.
In fact, I actually was directly affected by the governor's veto, I guess previously, but before that had come around, I tried to start a union at my last job, and we had over 50%, but we did not have the 75%. And the way that functioned for us was the union wouldn't even bring us to the first vote. Wow. Because we didn't have the 50%, because we didn't have the 75% for the second vote. So they were like, well, we're not going to waste our money. So
that's basically,
we were just kind of screwed.
That is that second election. That is right to work, just by a different name. It should just be one vote. If the workers want to join together in a union, great. You should be able to have it, and you should be able to get to that first contract in a timely manner. But right now, first of all, companies are allowed to union bust, as most people know. They can intimidate you. They can basically threaten you, your job, your family. And it's one of the hardest obstacles to organizing. Number two, in the state of Colorado, we have 2 elections. Can you believe that? To form a union, you need 2 elections. It's one of the most anti-union labor laws in the country. And we had bipartisan legislation that passed the Colorado House that would have gotten rid of it. And our Democratic governor vetoed it. So, this is a moment for Democrats. It's a gut check. What do you stand for? I mean, we lost the working class. We lost working people. And it's for reasons like this. It's for the vote that our governor just took. So I'm running for Congress so that we have federal labor law that supersedes this and makes it a free and fair path to join a union.
That's actually a very good lead into my next question here. We're seeing folks like Zoran being elected in New York City. Yeah. Of course, that was a primary. We still have a major election up there. But what are you seeing as far as kind of the progressive and left side of the party and the more centrist corporate side of the party? What are you seeing there? What does the battle look like from the inside?
Well, I think that it's also so much about youth in the future and just doing what we've done in the past. And it's this is a moment for deciding. And I think that within the party, people want to move forward. I know that the work I'm doing in our district, where the majority are actually unaffiliated, you can, on a populist message, right, of things are too expensive. It's too, the cost of living is too high for everybody. Number two, that people just want, like, you want to be able to work hard, provide for a family, goodness forbid, take time to take care of your family, and retire with dignity, with a roof overhead and food on the table. That's what people want. And they want people who are going to go in and get the actual issues addressed on like what we need to do to address our housing shortages, to lower the cost of things, manufacture it locally, make it here, drive down costs. That resonates. I mean, that's the bread and butter issues people want to hear, and they want to talk about it. So for, all the kind of the debate within the party, I'm laser focused on what's going to flip this seat, and I'm doing it on an unabashed populist message.
Gotcha. And then on a similar note, obviously, the Gaza-Israel conflict has been at the heart of a lot of this disagreement between the party. And I'm sure my audience is going to want to know, where do you stand? And we can also kind of wrap regular PAC money into this, but APAC funds, that kind of stuff. Where do you stand, and what's your view?
I'm deeply disturbed that it seems like the United States of America, as a matter of our policy in Israel, is ethnic cleansing. You heard it from our president that he wants to literally remove the people from Gaza and build a bunch of casinos. It's unconscionable. Aid needs to make it into Gaza yesterday. I mean, it's a humanitarian crisis. It's a genocide, it's starvation, and people don't want to pay for it in America. It's not aligned with our values. I'm especially concerned with the way high tech is being used in Gaza, where Palantir, the company that is supporting the different defense capabilities and the way that they're targeting civilians, that's going to come to American shores. That's what ICE is going to start using on civilians. So there's also a tech issue that I think is really important. But to answer the second part of your question, I don't take corporate PAC money. I didn't take APAC money last time when I ran. I'm not going to take it this time. I'm not beholden to anybody except for the voters and the unions that support me.
Fantastic. Love to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I believe another question that was submitted to me that I am having trouble remembering now. Okay, sorry. Redistricting in Colorado. Obviously, in response to Texas's mid-decade redistricting, we have California, we have Illinois, we have New York all talking about answering them. Jared Polis has pretty much ruled it out, at least under his term. Where do you stand on that? Would you be interested in calling for our Democratic leaders here to start leading that movement?
Yeah, let's go. I mean, let's go. This is the time. It's going to be too late if we sit on this. So whatever it takes. I mean, and I understand that it's like the way our Constitution is written, but take it to the voters. I mean, things have changed. Let's ask the voters. And I think if they want to amend that and they want to change the committees and how we do it, it's up to the voters. Let them decide. And I think that most folks are going to agree with the way California's going, is let's step up and fight fire with fire.
Yeah. And I think very much so it kind of goes back to that, like, the left has to take union money because we can't unilaterally disarm while the right is taking corporate PAC money. And, we have to have some kind of funding. So on the other hand, for redistricting, like, we can't, try to set this high bar for us while they're going to do whatever they want.
That's right. I mean, and you look at like the reconciliation process, right? That's how the Republicans passed their big, ugly billionaire bill. And it's how the Democrats passed some of their legislation when they controlled the House and Senate. We couldn't even get through a $15 minimum wage. Okay, the parliamentarian was like, no, we're taking that out. Sorry. So the fact that the Republicans got a bill through that goes in even retroactively in the state of Colorado, which is causing us a $1.2 billion hole in our budget. They got that through the parliamentarian, but we couldn't get a $15 minimum wage.
We are running out of time. Let the folks know where to find you, where they can donate.
All right, right on. Trisha, Trisha, 4 Colorado.com.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good one. Find me on Patreon and help support progressive media.
Woo! Appreciate